Well, it's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration situation. So,
oh yeah, it's a hydration situation today because the video I'm about to do right now is the very reason I do this show. Yeah, I always knew there would be a confrontation. The worlds would collide between the athletes, the players, and the media. Even though those lines are blurred and the athletes and players are in media, I've always had that knowledge because of my dual existence, being a former player and also being in the media. I understand where they were headed, and now we are there because war can't be avoided, just postpone. We got some real issues to go through here today. And I want to start off by saying what we're not going to do is lie on either side. What we're not going to do is not call it like it is. What we are going to do is give Stephen A. Smith the opportunity, because he is going on his show, to say what happened from his perspective. But when it comes to LeBron James, we're going to have to let his body language speak 1,000 words, as this picture will illustrate right here. This is LeBron James, 6'8", 200 and fresh in shape, 40-year-old pounds, looking down at Stephen A. Smith. Not as down as I thought he would, but he is. We're going to walk through this video so we can get it all. Let's check out this confrontation. Okay, that was the first look with the headline saying they think it said, looks like Bron's telling him, keep my son out of this shit. And I seen another one say bro, and I could see the bro by his lips. Oh, let's give this one more look, maybe two more looks. You know me, I'm a body language expert. Let's go. Watch Stephen A. Smith. He looks helpless, as expected. LeBron walk up on you, bro. All that talk, nobody got that walk. It ain't the same, brother. Now watch Stephen A. Smith, especially watch his left arm. Watch that phone in his hand. It's not a long video, but watch how many times it moves. I think that's the sign of, hey, man, this is a lot. No matter how much you say, hey, I'm everywhere. No matter how much you say, come up to me if you got a problem. I'm always going to tell you how I feel. No matter how many times you go through that soliloquy, his word, it's a different animal when that animal is in front of you by the name of LeBron James. So we all know that it's always a continuum between thoughts, words, and actions. Let's add to that consequences, because no matter what you're thinking or what you're saying or what you're doing, you're going to have to deal with the results. And Stephen A. Smith is going to talk us through the consequences of this. This is crazy because knowing that these moments would occur, they don't have to occur. Think about it. Stephen A. Smith could sit there and say, I'm doing my job. And LeBron James is saying, no, I'm protecting my family. So you doing your job ain't enough, because you can do your job a different way. Oh, yeah. And you have and you will. And you also have done your job at a different place, in a different context. And you have and you will. Point being, your job is fluid. It could go a lot of ways. You don't have to talk it like you talk it. You've gotten tremendous rewards that way, but you don't have to do it that way, right? You didn't always do it this way, did you? But this is my son, and my son is my son. So that's, I think, the basis points of what we're going to talk through. But Stephen A. Smith is going to walk us through it, and we're going to walk with him. But first,
Yeah. Let me tell y'all about PrizePicks, the best place to win some cold, hard cash while watching the games you love. This app is so easy to use, you'll feel like a GM making moves on game day. All you got to do is pick more or less on a few player stats. Football, basketball, MMA, esports, whatever gets you hyped, they got it. You can play in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Come on now. And the payouts, fast and safe. You hit that winning lineup, Oh, your money's in your pocket as quick as 15 minutes. That's quicker than halftime adjustments, baby. Oh, and did I mention Taco Tuesdays? Each Tuesday, Prize Picks hooks you up with discounts on select players so you get even more value. But here's the kicker. New users, Prize Picks will guarantee you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. You ain't got to win. You just got to play. Just use the promo code WileyWins. Download the app and you're good to go. So whether you're trying to turn $10 into $1,000 cash, or you just want that easy $50 bonus, Prize Picks has you covered. So let's get this money and keep the action rolling, baby. Boy.
Boy, boy. And I am blessed to have that dual existence of being a former player and media member because I have the understanding of both sides. I had that inner conflict. I had that moment when I was coaching my son. I think he was 7 years old at the time. And I went out to practice, and I remember coaching him up, and I knew that this team was in love with Cooper Kupp. And I remember we had a segment that was talking about Cooper Kupp, not in such a flattering way. Cooper Kupp stayed injured, even though he was great. Injured, great, injured, great. And I remember having that inner conversation and conflict, like, damn, I really do a job that is robbing these kids of some of their idols. I'm taking fat heads off the wall for these kids because these kids swear by this dude. And here I am over there kind of giving negative fodder. Just, it was a thought. Not as crazy and critical as this confrontation we saw between Stephen A. and LeBron James, but in its own way, still the conflict, still the confrontation. So now, without further ado, let's walk through it. Stephen A. Smith talking about this confrontation. Ooh, spicy nuggets.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing.
Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Nah, let me go.
And I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
You lying.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because
Stop lying.
it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now.
Okay, only thing I'm going to take from that, I ain't going to stop down much, man, maybe once a minute. Unexpectedly is not the word because you always say you want the smoke just because, hey, what I say I stand on. Well, some people want to see how tall you stand when you're in their proximity. Also, if LeBron walks up to you and daps you up or says nice suit, whatever it may be, if it's positive, that's still unexpected, but you never try to give it that context unexpectedly, right? Notice that when people have something that they don't like, negative, it's unexpected. But when it's love, that's still unexpected, but you ain't framed it that way. Just wanted to make sure you guys caught that fine point. Media 101. Let's go.
That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard.
There it is.
By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man.
You're going to let him fly you out, huh, Stephen A? Okay, let me get the jokes out the way. I hate this lane. Now, I may be by myself, but oh well, I am enough. I hate this lane of I publicly talk about you. I publicly criticize you. I publicly go at you, you and your son, your teammate. But I want private conversations about what I should and shouldn't do. Well, these are all public conversations. So if we're going to have a public problem, we're going to have a public apology. Or we're going to have a public confrontation. I am not taking time out of my day to call you when you didn't take time out of your day to call me before you start criticizing me. Just want to make sure we know that.
But that is not what he elected to do.
Right.
Instead, he elected to
You either.
confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, one of the agencies that represents me, along with Larry David, was sitting courtside. I was with them for the game. And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son. Now let me tell you what I feel.
Okay, here we go.
What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all-stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. And I don't know anybody who roots against him, and it certainly isn't me.
Come on.
But in the same breath, at the time that we were talking about him,
Here we go, but
he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral. And so we had to talk about it. And when I said the things that I said, I wasn't talking about Bronny James because my attitude is he's a rookie. It's going to take some time for him to get himself together. He'll be just fine, especially with J.J. Redick and the staff coaching him.
okay, I need y'all to give me some receipts. And we 349 in this. And this is why I rolled the dice. I said, I know Stephen A. gonna go there. We 349 in this, and we're still pleasantries. We're still talking like perspective and context, but we're not really giving us content. What has Stephen A. Smith said about Bronny James specifically? Beat it up in the comments. Give it to me, y'all, because I need it. Because right now, I'm lost. What is going on? You didn't want to confront him. It's weird. Like Stephen A. always says that, you know, if I see you, I ain't hiding, I ain't ducking. But then now the setting of seeing me is the problem. This is why I'm not a tough guy, y'all. Anybody walk up to me, they gonna take these jokes. I got giggles for you because you really don't want smoke. I don't either. So let's just keep it that way.
I was talking about the position that he was put in by his dad. Because LeBron James has been on the record.
Okay.
And he has said, and I'll read the quote here. There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, et cetera, et cetera. But he also had said that his son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA. In the aftermath of all of that, he instructed everybody before the draft that y'all want me, draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for a year. It's not about the money at that point. My point months ago was that because of who you are, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that, and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his son, there's going to be a microscopic eye, even more intensified, on Bronny James because of his dad and what his dad had said. And that's when I was talking about, come on, man, this is the situation that you're putting him in. That's where I was coming from. I could be a bit more outspoken about it, but to be quite honest with you, to be in that moment, to have LeBron look at me the way that he did, for me to be a father of 2 daughters, for me to know what fathers, how much love fathers have for their children, And to hear what he had to say, it was all about his son.
Y'all catch Molly in the background? Bullshit. She said, Let me stop. That was a class of class. That was taking the high road. And I gotta, come on, give it to him. Gotta give him love for that. That's called the high road. Give him love for taking the high road. I'm not gonna clown that because that's the goal. But let's talk about one more thing he said in there before I give you my fullness. The pressure. I think we are miscalculating this whole thing in terms of what LeBron's intentions were and the results of those moves and playing with his son. Because everyone's talking about how Bronny feels and Bronny's pressure. And everyone is trying to map on what they project to this kid based on any movement, any decision, anything he does on the court, off the court. Oh, see, it's getting to him. I'm like, you are reading your own script and trying to make him act it out. Pressure. Okay, we all have to imagine this. But imagine if you are Bronny James. Think about it, really Bronny James. And we talk a lot on The Rocks, our other show. We talk a lot, and it's former athletes there along with NARPs, non-athlete, regular people, right? Just y'all. And we always talk about how much love we get, right? I'm talking about me, the love I get, those jerseys behind me, the love I get wherever I go. I just went to a Clippers game, y'all. And former president, Barack Obama is in the building. And every single person in there want to get to him. And guess who gets him? I ain't saying that to brag. I'm saying that's what I can do. What do you think Bronny James is living like? I ain't talking about playing like. Y'all keep thinking that somebody is a 24-hour robot playing. I'm talking about living. What you think he living like? LeBron already told you, the dude don't care. Y'all talking all this craziness, he was born into it. He's like, well, all right, whatever. Living like, I have to imagine, but I got my own level and you got your level. Now imagine the freshest cat you ever met and multiply that exponentially to Bronny James. So this whole pressure conversation of what you doing to your son, it's almost like, do you care more about my son than me? Hell no, so why don't you shut it? So if you're talking about just a basketball player, oh, hands up. I get it. He a rookie. He gonna have to take his lumps. Now people, you may disagree, thinking that Bronny is blurring the line between being a father and being a teammate. Because you ain't taking care of no other teammate when they getting killed like this. It's because it's your son. Well, I always see the conversations about Bronny tied to LeBron. Right? Think about it. Somebody else on the team getting killed. Is it always a LeBron conversation? Or is it Bronny or the other player that's not playing well? And hey, LeBron, you're the leader. You should get them better, whatever. But this conversation, Bronny and LeBron, they know what they're doing. They know that LeBron is the draw. And the way to really get people is not just to talk about LeBron James or the Lakers, as we see ESPN constantly does and Stephen A. Smith. It's to be polarizing. Floyd Mayweather perfected this. Get the love, but then also make them love to hate you. Polarizing. So yeah, we want to talk about LeBron in flattering ways and 50,000 points and all this craziness. Is he better than Jordan? All this, how great he is. But we also want to undercut him. We also want to balance that seesaw off, balance it out. How can we do that? Where are you going to find a wart on LeBron James? You can't find it personally. Can't find it professionally. You try to harp on when you see one. Oh, he passed in the clutch moment. They're trying to create their polarization. And now they got his son, who is a rookie, and most times rookies struggle, got him. But you got a father mixed up in there as a teammate. So he sees this game. LeBron has seen this game. The reason why LeBron is leaking right now is like, yo, I'm getting tired of this. And who wants to be the face of the NBA? I understand Anthony Edwards. And look, he's trying to protect his son is because he's looking at it like, y'all running the game. I have checked every single box you ever could check for an NBA player and some. I made up some boxes. I decided to be political when Jordan didn't. You can say that's good or bad, whatever. I made up that box. For being the GOAT, you got to be in the community. You got to be talking about it. You got to be about it. Got my own media company while I'm still playing. He made up boxes. Whether you like him or not, just the facts. Point being, he's checked all the other boxes that already existed. A pass first guard, small forward really, but pass first player. Oh, Stephen A. Damn. Hold on. Big dog, what's up? No, I'm being nice. I'm good. Okay, I'll make sure I tell him. All right, go. And he got the most points ever. How you gonna be pass first and got the most points ever and that ain't even your position? Oh, God, I can't talk to you. Anyway, I think LeBron is definitely tired. I mean, exhausted, as I think anybody would. Even though you were proud, excessively proud, and you put your son in the fire by talking about him, you put him in a position to succeed, and others are rooting for his failure. Not only would a father be upset at that, but a teammate would. Y'all are literally smiling and rooting. Y'all called the dude, you called Bronny James a Make-A-Wish kid. Bronny James should just buy all y'all. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all call him, people call this dude a Make-A-Wish kid. And he's like, yeah, make a wish. They say, if you walk up to Bronny James and say, make a wish, you know what he gonna do? He's just gonna look at you. He's like, I'm living it. I ain't gotta make nothing. Sorry, nothing you can do. And the game is gonna speak for itself. But the rooting for this guy, this little kid to fall and fail, I'm glad it was a confrontation because it's out of control. Talk what you want, and content's content, and I'm on no higher ground than anybody else. But I ain't never rooting for nobody downfall. And worse, I ain't rooting for their fall because of ratings. And I think that's what that was. So either A, Stephen A. Smith took the high road, or B, he had to take the only road left because you got called out. Can't pass go right here. We tired of it. I wish I would have known exactly what they said, but, stop talking about my son, bro, is enough. I wouldn't confront him. I wouldn't do what LeBron did. I wouldn't let it get to me like that. Because once I know something, that's enough for me. Like the indecision, the uncertainty is really the problem. Like, is Stephen A. really like bagging on my son because, oh, he is. He's trying to get that love and them clicks. And all right, well, that's the game. They've been doing it to me for 20 years. Welcome, son. You must be something. Imitation is the best form of flattery. Welcome. Welcome to the King family. Welcome to the King James family, right?
That was LeBron James.
That's what I would say. Yes, that was LeBron James. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think and how you taking this. But wow, a lot there. Boy, this rap going to be gang related. I'm going to rap like I'm LeBron coming up to Stephen A. Let's see how that goes. All right. First, let's see you guys play $5, get $50 instantly. If you use the code Wiley wins. Wiley wins. Wiley wins. Yeah, you got to do it. And be a supporter of Project Transition, anonymous donors. Yes, I love anonymous donors' money, but I don't love that I can't give you love. I like giving love back. But, well, you gave a $20 monthly donation, and I appreciate it. And the kids, the itty bitties will. We educate and empower the underserved over here through experiences and exposures. That's what we do. And if you do that every month, you're a giver every month. You're a gym member. Guess what a gym member gets? This book, Never Shut Up, Never Shut Up, Never Shut Up, Never Shut Up, Never Shut Up. Yes, that's a good book. And without further ado, it's time to rap. Y'all know what beat we doing. Wu-Tang, tang, tang. Wu-Tang again and again. Yo, this is going to be fire. This is going to be it. But first, love to that kid right there who got to meet not only President Barack Obama the other day, he got to meet Jalen Rose and Derrick Jones Jr. all in one night. Proud papa I am. I feel you, LeBron. Take care of your son. I don't give a damn. Let's go. It's getting real gutter. I'm trying to melt that butter. What you talking about? Don't stutter. I woulda. Yeah, okay, now I'm in your face, fool. I understand you can't stay cool, yeah. It ain't gonna work that way. You know me, I know I gotta say. I ain't even rapping yet. This is the beginning. Our intro time. Let's go get this thing. Come on. Hey, Stephen A., you was talking wild on your show. Mouth running fast, acting like you run the flow. But talking about Bronny, downplay the name. Now King James pulled up. This ain't a game. Ooh, caught him. Man, the vibe got tense. Stephen A. shook like he lost all his sense. No first take, no hot takes, just fear. Sweat on your forehead, eyes full of tears, yeah. Where the loud talk go? Now you face to face with me, boy. Move slow, all that tough talk. Now you looking real small. Stephen A., you scared, trying to hide in the hall. I'm like, say it to my face. Was all that clown talk for clicks and some space? Stephen A., you stuttering, fix your tie. Trying to change the topic, looking up at the sky. I meant no disrespect, I just get my takes, bro. Man, you know your ass is fake. You ain't talking like this when we hooping on sight. You just loud on the mic, but you ain't built for this light. Ooh, hey, what's up with all that talk? All that Bronny slander. Now you looking lost. I heard what you said. Now I'm right here. Ain't no camera saving you. Let's make it clear. You was loud on that mic, acting all tough. And now I'm in your face, and you just like such and such. I put my son in that game. I let him play. And you ain't never touched the league. So what you gotta say? Ooh, where that law talk? Where it at? Where it go? You was acting like a lion, now you moving slow. You was barking on TV, trying to make a name. Now you looking like a puppy in the Hall of Fame. I done heard it all that slick hate, talking about my son, like he ain't built great. Like I ain't give my life to this game, this league. Like I ain't one-on-one, boy. I break all leads, yeah. You trying to sell some clicks, sell views. When I walk up, you ain't got nothing to do. You just adjusting yourself off to the side. I see the sweat dripping, ain't no place to hide. Yeah, boy. Hey, JJ warned you, Molly trying to save you, and I ain't even harm you. I just want to hear it. Say it to my face, all them headlines, all them first takes. Yeah, nah. What I thought, keep it real. If something you got to say on the court, then let's chill. If not, keep my son out your mentions. Or I have to pull up on first take in the missions. You laughing, trying to play nice. Keep that same energy, boy. Think twice. Oh, man. God dang, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be hard, now you're just wet.